For years, electric vehicles have been hailed as the future of transportation, promising cleaner air, quieter streets, and a revolution in energy consumption. But just when the world thought it had seen it all, Toyota unveils a game-changer, an innovation so revolutionary it sends shockwaves through the automotive landscape. Toyota has always been synonymous with innovation. But what type of engine could this be that threatens to disrupt the very foundation of the EV movement? Join us as we uncover Toyota's newly developed engine will destroy the entire EV industry. Toyota's ultra-advanced hydrogen-powered engine. In the fast-moving world of cars, Toyota is stirring up quite a commotion with a bold claim that's got the whole electric vehicle industry buzzing with excitement. Not too long ago, Toyota made headlines by announcing the development of a hydrogen combustion engine. But this isn't just any old hydrogen engine. While many other car makers have gone all in on electric power, Toyota's charting a brand new course. They've invented a brand new technology that's unlike anything we've ever seen before. Picture this, a revolutionary engine called the hydrogen combustion engine. It runs on hydrogen as its main fuel, hence the name. Now, what's truly special about this engine is what comes out of its exhaust pipe, not harmful carbon dioxide, but pure water. It's Toyota's innovative solution to shrink our global carbon footprint. Now, Toyota is taking a whole new approach to cutting carbon emissions worldwide. While most are hopping on the electric vehicle bandwagon, Toyota's chosen a different path with their hydrogen combustion engine. And there's a good reason for it. Hydrogen, one of the universe's most abundant elements, packs the highest energy density of any non-nuclear power source. When used as fuel, it's clean as a whistle, emitting nothing but water. Plus, it's safe and versatile, easily produced, stored, and transported. Surprisingly, hydrogen isn't some futuristic dream, it's already here, quietly powering various applications. From buildings to electric cars, forklifts to ships, and even trains, hydrogen is already making waves, proving that not everything needs gasoline to run. Imagine a magic box inside Toyota's hydrogen combustion engine called a fuel cell. What does this magic box do? It turns hydrogen, a special gas, into electricity. Now, let's zoom in on a cool car, the Toyota Corolla Cross H2 concept car. It's got a snazzy 1.6-liter turbocharged, 3-cylinder engine that guzzles only hydrogen. But how did Toyota pull off this wizardry? Well, this was the moment when Toyota kicked off a revolution in the electric vehicle world. These new engines were game changers, ready to shake up the whole industry forever. Toyota uses tough, armored tanks to stash the super flammable hydrogen fuel. They got this bright idea from their FCEV pal, the Mirai. And guess what? These tanks don't have to be huge. The Corolla Cross H2 concept car runs on just 5 kilograms of hydrogen. Sounds like a little, right? But guess what? That tiny amount can power this car for a whopping 300 miles. And get this, the only thing it spits out is 50 liters of water. Not too shabby, considering water is harmless compared to the nasty carbon dioxide. But wait, Toyota teamed up with Yamaha Motor to create a beastly V8 engine powered solely by hydrogen. This bad boy pumps out a jaw-dropping 455 horsepower and 398 pound-feet of torque. And for that extra oomph, they slapped on an 8-to-1 top-mounted exhaust manifold, giving it a distinct, high-frequency growl. When you stack up Toyota's hydrogen combustion engine against other electric vehicles, it's got some serious perks. For starters, it boasts a longer range, and refueling faster than a drag race pit stop. By achieving this, it cuts down on the need for materials like lithium and nickel, which are crucial for making EV batteries. And the battery in this car isn't as hefty as those in traditional EVs. Interestingly, there is already lots of feedback coming in for this mind-blowing engine. The revolutionary hydrogen engine. The feedback on Toyota's new hydrogen combustion engine has been overwhelmingly positive so far. It's not just another engine, it's a game changer in the automotive world. Why? Because it's one of the greenest engines out there, leaving nothing but water in its wake. Plus, it offers a longer driving range, quick refueling times, and cuts down on the need for scarce materials. But we're still waiting to see how it performs in real-world tests. But mark my words, it won't be long before these cars hit the streets in droves. And guess what? If these hydrogen-powered engines prove successful, the Japanese government has big plans. They aim to have a whopping 200,000 fuel cell-powered vehicles cruising around by 2025, that's just a year away. And by 2030, they are shooting for a staggering 800,000. Of course, to make this happen, they'll need to beef up the country's network of refueling stations. Let's break down the perks of this engine, starting with the most obvious: it's super eco-friendly. How so? Well, because it runs on hydrogen, it doesn't spit out any nasty pollutants like traditional gas guzzlers. Plus, hydrogen itself is squeaky clean compared to old-school gasoline. Now, onto advantage number 2, this engine rocks a top-notch cooling system. A smart water cooling setup tackles the pesky problem of engine overheating. With this nifty system in place, the engine's performance and lifespan get a major boost. Say goodbye to sweaty palms worrying about overheating, this engine's got your back. Last but not least, advantage number 3, it's all about familiar tech. Yep, you heard that right. Despite its futuristic vibes, this engine sticks to good or reliable technology that we're all familiar with. So, no need to fret about learning a whole new set of skills to handle it. Let's delve deeper into the perks of this engine. Firstly, its compatibility with traditional engine systems makes it a dream to integrate into existing automotive designs. This means Toyota can easily adapt their current vehicle models to accommodate this innovative engine, streamlining the manufacturing process and potentially bringing eco-friendly technology to a wider range of cars. Now, while hydrogen-powered engines are an innovation like no other, they are not without their own peculiar challenges. Challenges of the hydrogen engine. While this engine boasts eco-friendliness, not all hydrogen production methods are created equal in terms of environmental impact. Currently, a significant portion of hydrogen is derived from fossil fuels, like natural gas, which isn't exactly planet-friendly. To truly maximize the green benefits of this engine, automakers like Toyota must push for advancements in sustainable hydrogen production methods, such as electrolysis powered by renewable energy sources like wind or solar. But that's not the only hurdle. Even if hydrogen production becomes more eco-friendly, there's still the matter of infrastructure. Imagine you're cruising in your hydrogen-powered car but suddenly realize you need a refill. Where do you go? Unfortunately, hydrogen fueling stations are still relatively sparse compared to gasoline stations. This poses a challenge for the widespread adoption of hydrogen-powered vehicles. To address this, companies and governments must invest in expanding the hydrogen refueling infrastructure, ensuring that drivers have convenient access to fuel wherever they go. So, while the hydrogen combustion engine holds great promise for reducing emissions and revolutionizing the automotive industry, there are still hurdles to overcome. However, with continued innovation and investment, these challenges can be overcome, paving the way for a greener future on the road. Now, onto the technical side. While hydrogen engines share similarities with traditional engines, they are not without their complexities. Take, for example, the dual water injection system. It's a clever mechanism, but it adds layers of intricacy to the engine's design. Plus, these engines require precise control from the Engine Control Unit, ECU, which further complicates matters. Complexity comes with a hefty price tag. Manufacturing these high-tech engines isn't cheap, and the same goes for maintenance. Finding specialized parts for repairs can be a headache, driving up costs for both the automaker and the owner. Interestingly, even if Toyota ramps up production of these engines, they'll still face the challenge of consumer acceptance. Right now, the technology is still in the testing and development phase. And even when it's ready for prime time, it'll take some time before consumers embrace it fully. Despite these hurdles, Toyota's commitment to sustainable transportation is commendable. By venturing into hydrogen combustion engines, they are paving the way for a greener future in the automotive industry. It's a bold move that shows their dedication to innovation and environmental stewardship, even if the road ahead is filled with challenges. However, Toyota has proven to be committed to offering sustainable vehicles. Toyota's terrific turbocharged Triumph. Apart from their electric and hybrid engines, Toyota has unveiled another innovative solution. Enter the hydrogen combustion engine, showcasing the company's commitment to offering diverse sustainable vehicle options. Now, we've been singing praises for the combustion engine, highlighting its potential to shake up the entire electric vehicle (EV) industry. But how does it differ from the traditional internal combustion engine? What sets it apart technically? To unravel these mysteries, let's zoom in on one of Toyota's remarkable achievements, the 1.6-liter, 3-cylinder turbo engine. You might be wondering why we're focusing on this particular engine. Well, it's because it's one of Toyota's shining stars in the world of hydrogen engines. Currently powering the Corolla Cross hydrogen prototype, this engine is proving its mettle and exceeding expectations. This engine is truly a masterpiece, seamlessly blending the best of both worlds, classic design and groundbreaking technology. But it's unlike anything you've seen in a traditional internal combustion engine. But, to adapt this engine to run on hydrogen fuel, Toyota had to roll up their sleeves and get creative. They made a slew of modifications, tweaking every component to ensure seamless compatibility with hydrogen. It was a bold move that left many scratching their heads. Now, let's talk about the million-dollar question. How did Toyota manage to maintain the engine's stellar performance while transitioning to a completely different fuel source? The hydrogen combustion process. It's a delicate dance between fuel and engine, orchestrated with precision to deliver top-notch performance without compromising on efficiency or environmental friendliness. When it comes to handling and burning fuel, hydrogen is a whole different ballgame compared to gasoline. That's why this engine uses a fancy high-pressure hydrogen direct injection system, a far cry from the usual fuel injection setups you see in traditional engines. With this system, the engine can carefully control how hydrogen is pumped into the combustion chamber, fine-tuning performance and efficiency to perfection. But, how does this entire fancy tech affect the engine's overall performance? Despite running on hydrogen, this engine packs a serious punch. The 1.6-liter powerhouse churns out enough power and torque to give its gasoline-powered counterparts a run for their money. And you know what the cherry on top is? It's all thanks to the turbocharger, a superhero of sorts in the engine world. This little gizmo ensures the engine gets the extra boost it needs to perform at its peak. Besides, there's been some chatter about whether turbocharging is the right move for a hydrogen engine. It's a valid concern, considering hydrogen's unique properties. But rest assured, Toyota's got some tricks up its sleeve to tackle this challenge head-on. The big worry here is that hydrogen isn't as dense as gasoline. What does that mean? Well, it means the engine needs a lot more hydrogen to produce the same amount of energy as gasoline would. But fear not, Toyota's engineers aren't ones to back down from a challenge. They've rolled up their sleeves and made sure the turbocharger and other engine parts are optimized to handle hydrogen's unique properties. But, this engine isn't just efficient, it's super efficient. Turns out, hydrogen combustion engines are way more efficient than traditional ones, especially when things get intense during heavy-duty tasks. And you know what that means? Better fuel economy and less harm to the environment. With this boost in efficiency, the engine sips fuel more slowly, meaning fewer emissions are belched out into the air. And get this, the only thing that comes out of the tailpipe is water vapor. Yep, you heard that right, near-zero emissions. That's what makes this engine one of the greenest options out there, and a true champion for the environment. But that's not all. Toyota went even further to achieve an unprecedented feat with this engine. Toyota's pioneer hydrogen and electric technologies. According to Toyota's CEO, the company's commitment to achieving near-zero emissions with their hydrogen engine isn't just a passing fad, it's a key part of their broader mission to combat climate change. As they march towards carbon neutrality, they are not relying on just one strategy. Instead, they are embracing a multifaceted approach that combines hydrogen and electric technologies. But why is the emphasis on hydrogen? Well, aside from its eco-friendly emissions profile, hydrogen boasts incredible versatility. It's not just for powering passenger cars, it has the potential to revolutionize various sectors, from transportation to industry to energy storage. The Toyota CEO also states that Toyota's investment in hydrogen technology isn't limited to passenger vehicles. They are exploring its applications across the board, from buses and trucks to forklifts and even stationary power generation. This holistic approach underscores Toyota's commitment to driving sustainability across all aspects of society. Moreover, hydrogen isn't just a cleaner alternative to fossil fuels, it's also renewable. By harnessing renewable energy sources like wind or solar to produce hydrogen through processes like electrolysis, Toyota is helping to create a truly sustainable energy ecosystem. So, while achieving near-zero emissions with their hydrogen engine is a significant milestone for Toyota, it's just one piece of the puzzle in their larger vision for a greener, more sustainable future. Toyota has already implemented it in commercial vehicles and even public transportation solutions. But can hydrogen alone get us to carbon neutrality? Well, Toyota's not putting all their eggs in one basket. They've recognized the importance of diversifying their approach, which is why they've also embraced electric vehicle (EV) technology. Now, the EVs. Toyota's not taking the same route as other car makers that are solely focused on EVs. Instead, they are taking a more nuanced approach. They know there are some big challenges with EVs, like limited range, long charging times, and the environmental impact of battery production and disposal. To tackle these hurdles head-on, Toyota's offering a range of powertrain options. You've got your hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, PHEVs, and good old battery electric vehicles, BEVs. With this diverse lineup, Toyota's aiming to meet the needs of a wide range of customers. Whether you're looking for eco-friendly commuting or long-distance travel, they've got something for everyone. It's all part of their commitment to driving sustainability forward while keeping you on the road in style. This whole diverse strategy is all about reaching carbon neutrality. Achieving carbon neutrality is a big goal. But Toyota didn't just stumble upon this, they've found different ways to make it happen. One key thing they've realized is that different places have different energy sources, rules, and policies about the environment. So, a one-size-fits-all approach might not cut it when it comes to cutting down global carbon emissions. Take, for instance, areas that use renewable energy. For them, battery electric vehicles, BEVs, would be the perfect fit. But in places where hydrogen production comes from renewable sources, fuel cell electric vehicles, FCEVs, and hydrogen internal combustion engine vehicles, HYCEs, might be a better bet. And Toyota's commitment to carbon neutrality goes beyond just what comes out of the tailpipe. Now, the company is doing a whole lot of things differently. They are thinking of the big picture and looking at everything from manufacturing to how you use the car. Developing sustainable technologies for a greener environment. Toyota is really getting into the swing of things when it comes to reducing the carbon footprint of its manufacturing processes. They are not just talking the talk, they are walking the walk by promoting recycling, making sure resources are used efficiently, and putting their money where their mouth is with investments in renewable energy projects. Besides, there's always more to be done when it comes to reaching big goals like carbon neutrality. To really understand the impact of Toyota's strategy, you've got to zoom out and look at the big picture. Achieving a society that's nearly carbon neutral is no small feat. It's not just about tweaking vehicle technology, it's also about how we make and use energy. But fear not, Toyota's not taking a one-size-fits-all approach. They are tackling these challenges head-on with a multi-pronged strategy that covers all the bases. And the best part is that it's not just about achieving carbon neutrality. This move from Toyota comes with a whole bunch of environmental perks that you might not even realize. Let's take a moment to rewind and unpack the advantages of Toyota's hydrogen-powered internal combustion engines. The promise of hydrogen engines. In a world where sustainability is becoming increasingly crucial, these engines present a tantalizing prospect for the automotive industry. But how do they stack up against their electric counterparts, like hybrid electric vehicles, HEVs, and plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, PHEVs? To understand this, we need to delve deeper into what sets hydrogen engines apart, especially in terms of their environmental impact. The real game changer here is emissions. Traditional gasoline engines churn out significant amounts of carbon dioxide, contributing heavily to the greenhouse effect and global warming. However, Toyota's hydrogen engines operate on a whole different level. They produce zilch, nada, zero carbon dioxide during their entire lifespan. This means they are not just reducing emissions, they are eliminating them altogether. Zero emissions and green technology. But achieving zero carbon emissions isn't some far-off fantasy. It's a tangible reality, thanks to advancements in hydrogen technology. And Toyota is at the forefront of this green revolution, paving the way for a cleaner, greener automotive future. However, above all this, all vehicle companies have their secrets in creating cars, and Toyota has one too. The magic behind hydrogen engines lies in their combustion process. When hydrogen fuel burns, it joins forces with oxygen from the air, creating energy. Now, let's not delve too deeply into the chemistry, but when hydrogen and oxygen mingle, they create H2O, water vapor, plain and simple. And get this, that's the only thing that comes out of the whole shebang. Hybrid electric vehicles versus hydrogen engines. But what about hybrid electric vehicles, HEVs, and plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, PHEVs? Well, HEVs team up a gasoline engine with an electric motor. Meanwhile, PHEVs can juice up by plugging into an outlet to charge their batteries. Both of these engines promise better fuel efficiency and lower emissions compared to old-school gasoline vehicles. But here's the catch, they still rely on gasoline, which means they still emit carbon dioxide when they are up and running. It might not be as much as before, but it's still there, lingering in the air. On the flip side, hydrogen engines offer a whole new world of possibility, true zero-emission driving. That's right, no carbon dioxide emissions to be found here. It's a game-changer in the fight against pollution and climate change. And for hydrogen engines to truly be environmentally friendly, the hydrogen fuel needs to be sourced sustainably. That means it needs to come from renewable sources, like wind or solar power. Considering life cycle emissions. Another crucial thing to think about is the life cycle emissions of these vehicles. When you're putting together hybrid electric vehicles, HEVs, and plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, PHEVs, you need batteries. And let me tell you, making those batteries is no walk in the park. It takes a whole lot of energy-intensive manufacturing processes, and guess what? These processes pump out a bunch of carbon into the environment, which isn't great news. But hydrogen engines sidestep all these issues. The production of hydrogen fuel, especially when it's made from renewable sources like wind or solar power, can be way gentler on the environment than battery production. And when you take all of this into account, hydrogen engines offer a more sustainable overall life cycle. The efficiency of hydrogen engines. And let's not forget, we've already seen that hydrogen combustion engines are practically wizards when it comes to efficiency. They are leaving traditional combustion engines in the dust, paving the way for a greener, more efficient future. Especially when it comes to heavy-duty applications, hydrogen engines truly shine. In heavy-duty applications, hydrogen engines can stand toe-to-toe with hydrogen fuel cells in terms of efficiency. Here's the deal, fuel cells hit their peak efficiency when they are chugging along at a low load, but that efficiency takes a nosedive when they are under a heavier load. So, hydrogen combustion engines hit their stride when the pressure's on. They're like the superheroes of the engine world, ready to tackle any challenge with gusto, especially in places where top-notch performance is non-negotiable. Moreover, fighting against climate change and dwindling resources doesn't strike out either. Redefining the driving experience, Toyota is coming up with engines that are such game changers in fighting against climate change and decreasing resources. Toyota's hydrogen engines are the real deal when it comes to cleaner, greener transportation. They've made big promises and they've delivered without sacrificing a bit of performance or practicality. But how do these engines pull off performance that rivals gasoline engines? Well, it all boils down to the nature of hydrogen as a fuel. Compared to gasoline, hydrogen burns faster. And when I say faster, I mean lightning fast. This rapid combustion translates to lightning-fast responsiveness, a crucial ingredient for those who love to feel the power at their fingertips when they hit the gas pedal. Does all this snazzy performance affect the overall driving experience? With a conventional internal combustion engine, drivers expect a certain level of performance. They want that immediate smooth response and that signature growl that makes them feel like they're in the driver's seat of a powerhouse. You know what they're talking about, like when you hear that Dodge Charger revving up, ready to tear up the road. It's all about that raw, visceral experience behind the wheel. The amazing thing about hydrogen internal combustion engine vehicles, HICEVs, is that they can recreate the same driving experience as traditional cars. Even though they are running on a clean fuel source, drivers of Toyota's hydrogen-powered cars can still feel that same sensation they get from driving a regular car. From the rumble of the engine, which many car enthusiasts will tell you is a crucial part of the driving thrill, to the sheer power it delivers, it's all there. But, do they perform just as well as regular engines? Well, Toyota decided to put these engines through the ultimate test, the world of motorsports. They threw a hydrogen-powered vehicle into the racing mix, and boy, did it impress. Not only did it prove the durability of this technology, but it also showed its potential for high-performance applications. In the high-stakes, high-pressure world of racing, HICEVs proved they could go head-to-head with traditional cars. They matched them stride for stride in terms of speed, agility, and endurance, all the things that matter most in those critical moments. And get this, hydrogen engines can dish out horsepower and torque levels similar to gasoline engines. It's pretty impressive stuff when you think about it. By making a few tweaks to the existing engine designs to accommodate hydrogen combustion, Toyota has pulled off power outputs that rival those of traditional engines. It's a testament to their innovation and dedication to pushing the boundaries of automotive technology. Sometimes, the power outputs from hydrogen combustion engines can even surpass those of traditional engines. This is not just a milestone in technology, it's proof that hydrogen could be a game-changer as a viable fuel for high-performance vehicles. But some folks wonder if driving a hydrogen-powered car can match the thrill of driving a gasoline one. While it's a bit subjective, early signs suggest it's more than possible. There are drivers who've eagerly taken Toyota's hydrogen-powered cars for a spin, and according to their feedback, these rides offer a blend of familiarity and excitement. It's like having the best of both worlds, the traditional feel of a regular engine with the novelty of using a clean, sustainable fuel source. By creating cars that retain the performance of traditional vehicles, Toyota is bridging the gap between the present and the future of automotive tech. Whether it's for everyday commuting or the rush of the racetrack, hydrogen internal combustion engine vehicles, HICEVs, promise to deliver the performance, thrill, and joy that drivers cherish in regular cars. And they are doing it all while ushering in a new era of eco-friendly driving. But wait, there's more. Toyota isn't stopping there. They've got an even wilder engine in the works. And if it hits the streets, it could turn the electric vehicle industry on its head, or what's left of it after the hydrogen-powered engine. But more interestingly, Toyota is equally working on another groundbreaking engine that could further make it a trailblazer in the EV space. The water-powered engine breakthrough. Toyota is delving into the realm of engine tech that's powered entirely by water. It's a giant leap forward in the quest for sustainable solutions. The idea of an engine running on water might sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, but Toyota is dead serious about making it a reality. The key is to use water as fuel. But where does the energy come from? After all, water seems pretty inert, right? Well, here's the scoop. Water, scientifically known as H2O, is made up of two hydrogen atoms bonded to one oxygen atom. And to tap into the energy potential of water, you need to separate these hydrogen atoms from the oxygen atom. Fortunately, there's a process for that. It's called electrolysis. By passing an electric current through water, you can break it down into its building blocks, hydrogen and oxygen. And let me tell you, hydrogen is one heck of a high-energy fuel. When hydrogen is burned, it releases a considerable amount of energy, enough to power an engine when used in larger quantities. Now, Toyota's water-powered engine would use hydrogen extracted from water as fuel, employing a combustion process similar to traditional gasoline engines. But, unlike gasoline, burning hydrogen produces water as a byproduct. And as we've mentioned before, this means absolutely zero carbon emissions. When Toyota unveils this water-powered marvel, it's going to shake up the automotive industry like never before. It's not just another innovation, it's a groundbreaking leap towards environmental sustainability. What's more, Toyota isn't just toying around with this idea, they are serious about it. They are even filing patents left and right, showing their commitment to developing and safeguarding this game-changing technology. But integrating water-powered engines into vehicles isn't a walk in the park. There are hurdles to overcome, like designing an efficient electrolysis system to extract hydrogen from water, ensuring safe storage of hydrogen, and engineering engines capable of handling the unique properties of hydrogen combustion. But knowing Toyota's track record in innovation and technological prowess, these challenges are just bumps in the road for them. In conclusion, Toyota has already made waves in the automotive world with their hydrogen combustion engines, but when they unleash the water-powered engine, it'll be a whole new ball game. Get ready, the future of driving is about to change forever. What are your thoughts on the new invented engine? Please share your opinions in the comment section. And if you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.